Good, good. Thanks. Thanks for being here. I do, yeah. I loved it so much. Thank you. Yeah, we had this guitar actually when I took it to the shop when I got back. There was all kinds of stuff that got messed up with electronics inside, and I'm not sure how it happened or like if sometimes somebody randomly dropped it or something. But that was why it wasn't working, and so we replaced all the internal components. Yeah, good to see you. Thanks. Hey,
All right, we're going to be back to start the service in 60 seconds. During that time, we're going to ask that we make this a little more intimate, okay? So pretend you love the people in this room. If you don't, pretend. And if you are not sitting like kind of close, try to sit closer because we're trying to make it a little more intimate. That's why we're down here. So we figured after Passover, everybody's so tired. It's a big weekend. We knew we were going to get a little bit of a smaller crowd, but we want you all to be closer to us, okay? So when I come back out in 60 seconds, you're all going to be closer, right? Closer. Okay, that is your challenge. Go.
All right, before we start picking notes and playing tunes and singing songs and all that, I just want to say a couple things real quick. First of all, if anything tonight feels like prayer, fantastic. If you just listening feels like prayer to you, do that. Find what feels good. There should be no pressure on you for tonight. Shabbat, right? It's a day set aside for you individually and us collectively. So if singing out loud feels like prayer, do that. If listening feels like prayer, do that. Whatever feels good to you. My wife introduced me to yoga when I tore my shoulder, and I just love it so much. And one of these phrases that I kept hearing all the time was, find what feels good. So I hope that tonight you do that. You find what feels good for you. It's not about what anyone next to you is doing. What are you doing? And find them for yourself.
All right, we're going to ask one more time. Nobody on the wings. Nobody on the wings. Move on over. Let's get a little cozy. Come on.
This is the one ask that we'll have tonight.
One ask.
While you're doing that, I want to. Oh, thanks so much. Look at y'all. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it too much. I want to show you something real quick. I was in a house in San Francisco. Saturday morning, everyone's drinking plum wine, which is the worst thing in the world. Until you're 3 cups in, that's the greatest thing you've ever tasted. And, I think it's got to be well over 100 proof. That's crazy stuff. But we're drinking plum wine, studying Torah, all this, and this young person charges in the room. I found out later this person's name was Shmulik. Charges in the room, 4 years old, and shouts Shabbos at the top of his lungs. And everybody in the room, to my surprise, is like, Shabbos, like right back. Shmulik runs out, satisfied, laughing and giggling. I look at my buddy, and I'm like, what is that about? He goes, oh, that's Shmulik, man. That's his bag. He's going to do it all day. And he did. He did it like 7 times. And it was the greatest thing. Because I realized something. I was like, wow, this young person's like charging in here, meeting Shabbat where it is. You know, we're not always ready for Shabbat. We're not. But it's always ready for us. I mean, it arrives same time, on schedule, every week. And if we don't get everything out of it that we can, hey, spoiler alert, it's going to be back next week. What a beautiful thing that we have this gift that just rolls around every single week. And I felt like Shmulik kind of got that and was reminding all of us in the room who were so focused on, well, are we reading the Hebrew right? Well, are we saying the prayers right? And he just run in, Shabbos. And we're like, oh, that's right. Yeah, just Shabbos. So I'm going to give you a Shabbos the best I can. And if you can give me one back, or give us one back, that sure be great. We'll kind of set the pace for this evening. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
One more time. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
Hey, y'all sound great. What?
All right, so now that we're in that Shabbat feeling, we're going to have announcements because it's been too long since we heard from Alan Mann.
Oh my God, who's got readers?
I have a question. Do y'all always do announcements at the top?
Yes.
I love that.
Well, the temple president does not like it, so he only does them at the end.
Oh.
But everybody else has to.
Oh, that's great.
I want to break this up. Good Shabbos, everybody.
Shabbos!
I wasn't there at the Seder. Who was? Heard it was fantastic. Fantastic. Sorry I didn't make it. Announcements tonight. I'll be quick. Saturday, April 8th. That's tomorrow. 8:45 extended Torah study with Joe Buchanan. All right. Can't wait. Zoom link as well. It's on the website. This coming Monday, CNT Sisterhoods, All Women's Passover Seder. Yay. Friday, a week from tonight, Nitty Lounge Night, RSVP website. Sunday, April 16th, we got 9:30 Starbucks Cafe class at CNT. The 4 Yomin? And the Women of Shoah in Israel. Same day at noon, CNT Sisterhood, Misha Berach Tapestry Project, second workshop. For more information, the website. And at 4 o'clock, Sunday, April 16th, Yom HaShoah commemoration, other side of town, Temple Beth Shalom. Monday, April 17th, seniors program, Take Me Back to the Catskills with comedian Stephen Pearl. Lunch will be served. RSVP at the website. Sunday the 23rd, 11 a.m., to Tikkun Olam Luncheon, honoring Shelley Berkeley and Dr. Larry Lerner at Bella Vita, which is Green Valley Ranch?
No, not that one, the one on Blue Dog.
Okay. RSVP and sponsorship opportunities, Friday, April 28th, pop-up Shabbat. That's going to be great. Featuring mostly kosher, Disney Jewish rock band downtown and the El Cortez in the alley by the El Cortez. Again, RSVP, right?
Is it in the alley next?
It's in the alley, actually.
In the alley.
If you really want to get particular.
Okay, in the alley. We'll have signs. Sunday, April 30th.
Oh,
Mensch Club will host a barbecue at CNT to honor Judge Mark Stevens, and volunteers from Henderson's Veterans Treatment Court to RSVP, contact Jack Silas. The final announcement, CNT Sisterhood, the gift shop, open Fridays, 45 minutes before services. They got some great stuff. And when Sunday school's in session or call for an appointment, good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
I mean, I learned a lot from those announcements. I hope you did too. I will be highlighting a couple of them at the end because there are some really important things on there. And we also just added one announcement, which is that our friend Clayton is going to be our speaker on April 21st. He had a very cool journey, a very meaningful journey to Poland and saw some of the camps, and he's going to tell his story about what that was like. And so we're going to have that at our services on April 21st. So literally there is not a Shabbat to miss in April. Not one. All right? Should we say Shabbos again? Make sure everyone's ready.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, by the way, I get calls from rabbis because I'm in like a different community 3 weekends out of the month, like traveling around. And I'll get a call from a rabbi and be like, hey, thanks a bunch. I go, well, what do you mean? He goes, sure enough, I got in there for Shabbat. And I'm like, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Somebody in the back, Shabbos. He goes, then the whole room, Shabbos. And he's like, and it just keeps happening. So I love that. And at some point I want to show up at Shmulik's, bar mitzvah and be like, you have no idea, like what you've started. So let's do it again. Shabbos!
Shabbos!
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, well, if you ask me, do I believe in miracles? I'd say, yes, I do, yes, I do. How can I believe in what I cannot see? Well, my friends, I can see you. It's a little less than fate, a lot more than chance that brings beautiful strangers our way. So yes, I believe, in miracles. I believe they happen every day. So come on, sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. We'll sing, now sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. What's that like in Hebrew? Lechu neranana l'Adonai nariya letzoi yishenu Echad mafanav betoda bizmiro nariya lo. Sing, and I'll sing a song, to the one that has loved you for so long. We'll sing, now sing a song, yeah, the one that has loved you for so long. Now, I told you there's no ask of you tonight, but I will invite you from time to time to jump in if you feel so inclined. Let's just sing a song to the one who has loved you for so long. It sounds like this. We'll do it 3 more times. Yeah, sing a song, to the one that has loved you for so long. Oh, y'all sound so good. Sing, and I'll sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. Last time through. Sing, and I'll sing a song to the one that has loved you for so long. And if you ask me, do I believe in miracles? I'd say yes. Yes, I do, yes, I do. How can I believe in what I cannot see?
Well, my friend, I can see you.
It's a little less than fate, a lot more than chance that brings beautiful strangers our way. So yes, I believe, I believe they happen.
Happen every day.
Shabbos!
Shabbos.
So we're going to take the word tov. We're going to stretch it out. Tov means good, of course, and that's our job, right? Find the good in the world, look for the good, expand it, lift it up, celebrate it. At a time that we're celebrating freedom, how important is it that we don't lose sight of all the blessings that are around us? It's very easy to do. I heard a phrase one time that said, fish don't think about water. And it's true. We tend to not think about all the things that surround us. We hear the bad stuff that's so loud, so boisterous, but the good stuff is always there, sometimes real quiet. So it's important we don't lose sight of it. So that tov part goes like this. Hine ma tov. Just like that. Hine ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. All right, let's get it. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Two more times. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Well, I remember that I was there on that mountain long ago. I've been told, yeah, that you were with me, brothers and sisters, weren't we all? There was thunder on that mountain from the Lord. We carry in us all the words that came before. Hine ma tov. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. You can do some chicken necking. I see some folks doing a little chicken necking. We can do a little chicken necking. Somebody thought I said chicken nuggets one time, and they were like, why are you talking about chicken nuggets? I said, I wasn't, but, you know, I like that for you. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
All right, now we're a little warmed up. We are ready to light the Shabbat candles. We invite Roberta Thomerson to light our Shabbat candles tonight. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. We'll be on page 120 in your Mishkan Tefillah Siddur.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. All right, so it's time to welcome, thank you, Roberta. It is time to welcome our Shabbat bride, our Shabbat queen, page 138, Lecha Dodi. And we're doing verses 1 and 9. All right, 1 and 9.
The staccato D part is going to roll around a few times. So if you can find yourself in there, I would encourage you to do that. Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Kabela. Just like that. Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Kabela. One more time. Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Kabela. Shabbat Shamor v'zachor b'ribu'echa Hishme'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad Shemo tiferet l'teilah Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat kabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat kabela. Rise in body or in spirit to face the door to the sanctuary. And we remember in Jewish communities around the world on the first week of Shiva, there are sometimes mourners outside the doors to the sanctuary. And just as we welcome in that Shabbat bride, we also would in those communities welcome in those mourners with Bo'i v'shalom ateret ba'ala Gam v'simcha u'v'tzo'ala Toch emunei am segula Bo'i chala Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat kabela. One more time. Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela.
We remain standing on page 146 and face the ark.
Please be seated. And we're going to do something I haven't done very often. I made a big mistake, and I just felt compelled to go right to Baruch Hu, but I skipped the fan favorite. I skipped right past it on page 142. We're going to go away from our matbeah and go backwards and welcome the Shabbat angels, because there's a melody that we sing every Shabbat in the round. And if you've never met Joe before, now you can put a face to that beautiful Shalom Aleichem. So let's welcome the Shabbat angels with one of our favorite, probably our favorite, not one of them.
I was blown away when I found out that y'all do this. What a huge honor. Thank you. Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Asharet, Malchei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
All right, if you know it, sing along.
Ro'achem l'shalom, malachei ha'shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech, malchei amlachim, hakadosh baruch hu.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom
Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Barchuni l'shalom, malachei ha'shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Seitem l'shalom, malachei ha'shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu.
Shalom
Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem.
Two more times.
Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom
So by a show of hands, who here knew that melody? Because they've listened to it before. Okay, now hands down if you didn't, no, not yet. Hands down if you didn't know what the person looked like that wrote the song until just now. Okay, like a few. Okay, all right. So that's the reason that I like to bring, one of the reasons that I like to bring our artists here to this community, because so many times I bring you these beautiful melodies that are written by our Jewish community at large in the country and the world, and you don't even know where they came from. And so we've met Joe a few times in our congregation, so I'm not surprised that you've seen him before, but
I became a man in this congregation.
that's true. That is true. Yeah. Yes. So yes. So we are really happy to have you and happy to hear the melodies that you have written for our Jewish community. So we turn now to page 148, and we look upon the stars. You'll look upon them when you walk outside. And we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmarotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla goleo or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Umavir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uvein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv aravim. Page 150. The love sandwich.
That's right. Eternal God, you send love down. We do our best to give it around. I don't know how you do it, but you make it seem like there ain't nothing to it. When we lie down, when we rise up, we remember those words, fill our cup before the length of our days. Your love remains a shining example, an eternal flame. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta in Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu L'madeta. I said every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. You can try that if you like. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. Two more. Every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. I said every little thing I got, I owe to you. Adonai Eloheinu. 'Cause loving is what I got. I said remember that. I just put a date on myself, didn't I? Loving is what I got. I said loving is what I got. Yeah, remember that. Oh, loving is what I got. 'Cause how sweet it is to be loved by you.
I could use that for greatest hits Shabbat. Remember that, Ira, okay? Never thought of Sublime for Shabbat.
I mean, why not, right?
Why not? All right, so I'm going to look to our students in our religious school to help me in leading the Shema and Ve'ahavta, so please come on up. Yeah. Whoa, pre-religious school too. You guys ready? All right, you guys ready? Here we go. He doesn't know this one. stay up here because we're going to need your help for the next one too. All right. So it is customary to sing the melodies of the holiday that you're in. So if Joe wasn't here, I'd probably do Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha. Anybody know that one? No? It's Adi or Who from Pesach. But there's another one that I sometimes like to do around Pesach, and it includes all of our participation. So let's go to that. Page 158, not Diano, no.
Oh, that's my fault. We are walking in the light. Walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light of God. Y'all can help them out. We are walking.
We are walking.
Here we are walking in the
light of God.
One more. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking in the light of God.
Mi chamocha.
Elim Adonai. Nora. Let's go walking. We are walking in the light of God. Walking in the light of God. One more time. We are walking in the light of God. Yasher Koach.
Good job, guys. Thanks. Page 164. We prepare for our Amidah prayers. We rise. We pray as if everything depended on God and act as if everything depended on us. We begin with Adonai Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. And we launch into silent prayer tonight, our own personal prayers, focusing on the themes of the Amidah, pages 168 through 180.
Well, eternal God, will open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. One more time. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. Let's do that one more time. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi יגיד תהילתך.
Morid hatal. When you have completed your prayers, please be seated. Surprised it didn't take you longer. There were inserts for Passover. I wanted to see if you noticed. We also changed over until Simchat Torah will be now saying in the Giverot will now have Morid Hatal. We thank God for the dew. DEU or DEW.
You know, they say grass don't get wet in the morning, but it do. Well, I like my coffee sweet. I like a wave on the street. And I like boots on my feet. And I like everything a little easy, a little easy. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya say shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Huya say Shalom Aleinu Ve'yal Kol Yisrael Ve'yal Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imru Amen. You know, one of the opportunities that we have every Shabbat is it's kind of like crossing down into this valley that's been set aside just for us and full of everything down there that is good for us, that is helpful to us. But I don't know if you're like me at all. I tend to carry too many groceries at one time. I'm that person with 57 bags of groceries trying to get in the house. My wife's like, what is going on? You know, we come to Shabbat and we want to get something out of it. We want to give to it. We want to spend time in it. We want to find these things. But sometimes we have to know what we need to set down. So this Shabbos, don't think of it as work, and maybe do it after Shabbos. I don't know. But what is it that you need to set down that you've been carrying? At a time that we talk about freedom, what is it that's holding you down? What is it that you carry that maybe was never yours to carry? Maybe somebody handed it to you. Maybe somebody convinced you that it was yours, but it wasn't. So what do you need to set down so that you can pick up more good stuff? All the good stuff that's there waiting for you.
Turn to our live stream for a moment. If you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, on our channel, please submit the names of the people you are thinking of for healing prayers at this time so that we can say them aloud. We think of the people submitted to our office: David Lerner, Sherry Muskin, Marilyn Goldstein, Ellen Greenspun, Carol Bernstein, Barbara Bernstein. And we look to all of you here tonight. If there are any names of people who you are thinking of that are in need of healing prayer, please say those names at this time.
We're going to say the oldest prayer in the Torah.
Steve Gray. Zara Leah, Alexander Grant, Karen Beth, Brad Gilbert.
This is the prayer that Moses said for Miriam. And the words are Anna, Elna, Repha, Nala. We're just going to build a little circle of healing here. And as we thought of those names and called those names to our hearts, don't forget, if you are in need of healing, it's okay to think of yourself as well. Anna, Elna, Repha, Nala. Just like that. Anna, Elna, Repha, Nala. Two more times. Anna, Elna. Anna, Elna, Repha, Nala. And may the Holy One above send out in love healing and comfort to everyone, and give them strength and strive for all their lives, those we know and all humankind. Anna, Elna, Repha, Nala. Last time. Anna, Elna, Repha, Nala.
Well, if you came for an upbeat dance type service, tonight was not the night. But it is a good service to take a deep breath to. So I want to start something here that we haven't done since I've been the cantor here, which is like a really long time. Something that I used to do in my own private practice that I thought maybe I should tell you about, just in case you don't know, or just in case you also haven't observed this custom in a long time. I am very much a proponent of Reform Judaism being informed choice. It is a Judaism where we know what to do and we choose how to best relate that to our lives. And one of the practices that sometimes gets left behind is this custom of counting the Omer. So who here has counted the Omer in their life? Okay, a couple of you. Who here has no idea what an Omer is? A couple of you. Okay, and who here knows what it is, but they just never done it? Okay, a couple of you. Okay, so do we know how, an Omer is a unit of measurement, okay? We don't know exactly. We think it's like, I don't know, this big. We don't really know. But it is a beautiful custom, and I'm going to tell you about it in the words of one of our friends, our former rabbinic student here, who is now an amazing rabbi, Rabbi Ruth Adar. She was a assistant rabbi here, right? Or yeah, okay. We love Rabbi Adar, and I found this on the Reform Judaism website because, and it came up, and I thought it was her, and I was going to do my own talk about the Omer, and I was like, she put it into words for us, and we love her here, so I'm just going to use her wisdom. So I want to give her proper credit. So counting the Omer, it's a mitzvah, and we count the Omer, we count a day between each day, between now, or Passover, which started on Wednesday, up until the holiday of Shavuot. Very good. So we have 49 days, or 7 weeks, which is Shavuot, 7 weeks. It's an ancient custom that takes us from the giddy joy of Passover to the serious business of receiving the Torah on Shavuot. It begins on the second night of Passover and continues for 49 days until the festival of Shavuot. But why do we count the Omer? So she gave us 5 reasons, and I really liked all 5 reasons. I had never actually thought about it this way. So number 1, God told us to. Always a great reason. So we read in Vayikra in Leviticus 23, you shall count from the eve of the second day of Pesach, when an omer of grain is to be brought as an offering, 7 complete weeks. The day after the 7th week of your counting will make 50 days, and you shall present a new meal offering to God. In other words, God said to make sacrifices to mark these days, and we don't have the temple anymore, so instead we count after dinner each night. So if you haven't eaten dinner, we're still going to count it, but you can still eat, it's fine. All right, it connects Passover to Shavuot. So sometimes we think about, I know I've done this and said, okay, this holiday's over, the next one's coming, let's stress out, right? So, and we don't always connect why the holidays fall when they do, but everything in Judaism is very purposeful. So it connects Passover to Shavuot because Passover is a big holiday of celebration, and we celebrate freedom, which is mostly a happy thing, no more slavery, yay. But preserving the count of the Omer, even without the temple, the rabbis are reminding us that Passover is not truly complete until we commemorate the giving of Torah at Sinai on Shavuot. Freedom without responsibility is incomplete and unreal. It's one of my favorite things about Judaism is that we are given the gift of freedom, but we are expected to do the work. So by counting, we remind ourselves that this process is not yet finished. Number 3, it fosters a self-improvement within us. In preparation to receive Torah, we work to become better Jews. The Kabbalists point out that the Omer is counted for 7 weeks of 7 days, and they match them with 7 Sefirot, through which God interacts with the world. Each of the 7 days within those weeks are matched to the Sefirot. Sefirot is a Kabbalistic viewpoint of the different spheres of God. It's very angelic. It's a really cool, very deep thinking. I can't tell you in this one little piece of time together, but it is something to explore. And each of the 7 days within those weeks are matched to the Sefirot. Also, those various permutations of godliness provide an opportunity for study and self-improvement. Another tradition is to read the study of Pirkei Avot, the ethics of our fathers, which is advice on how to have proper behavior and attitude. If you're going to read one book other than the Torah, just to know more about Judaism, I highly recommend studying Pirkei Avot. It is not so long. It is a piece of very important tradition, and it really does teach us how to be our best selves. I took a whole class on it last year, and it was life-changing. I highly recommend it. It is kind of like a mysterious first chapter of Mishnah. Of Mishnah. Okay, so number 4, it's expression of anticipation, because we like to look forward to the next thing. We like to look forward to our vacations. We like to look forward to a bat mitzvah. We like to look forward to the stuff in our life that is exciting. When we are excited about something, we count the days to the event. It is also true that then we will behave in a particular way, we cultivate the emotions and the thoughts that go with that behavior. When we count the Omer, we cultivate excitement about Torah in our lives. And number 5, it creates mindfulness. This one is something that Rabbi Adar came up with on her own. And sometimes the reason that she never gets through the Omer is because of being distracted. So instead of that distraction, it kind of calms what she calls the ADD of the soul. And the 49 days is a long time to do anything, especially something as small and as easy to forget as an additional blessing after eating. So this year, we're going to try to expand our attention spans and be mindful of this Jewish time of process and making ourselves the best use of time that we can. So I thank my colleague, Rabbi Adar, for those beautiful insights into the Omer. And with that, we will count the Omer. Okay, let me bring it up here. So another colleague of mine, Cantor Ross Woolman, took over the beautiful counting of the Omer that we, like a guide for those of us who are clergy, and I'm happy to send to any of you. We start with the words, "Behold, I am prepared and ready to perform the mitzvah of counting the Omer. As it is written in your Torah, you are to count from the end of the rest day, from the day you brought the waved Omer offering. They shall be 7 complete weeks. Until the end of the 7th week, you shall count 50 days. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat ha'omer. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who makes us holy with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer." So these are actually dates from last year. I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. But this is important to still note. So we are here on, let's see, I'm going to go this way. Okay. All right, so today should make it the 2nd day, is that right? Yeah, it should be the 2nd day. All right, so anybody know the word for second in Hebrew? Shtaim. Okay, so we say Hayom Shtaim Yamim Shehem Shavua Echad La'amod. So today is, that would make it 1 week. We're not at 1 week yet. The 2nd day of the Omer in the 1st week of the Omer. So we will say this every time that we meet each other before Shavuot. Does anybody know when Shavuot's going to fall this year? If today is the 2nd day, you have a few weeks. Anybody know? It's near the end of May, so the 25th, yes. All right, so we're going to try this practice, and I encourage you to do it at home. I can send it to you. You can look it up online to do the counting on your own. You don't have to do it in Hebrew. If Hebrew is too daunting for you, you can just say it in English, that, "Hello, I've had my dinner, and today is the 2nd day of the Omer. Today is the 3rd day of the Omer." It's just acknowledging something. It's just a practice. But I think it's a nice practice to try. So if you do it, I want to hear your feedback at the end of the 50 days. Okay, so that's our little spiel on the Omer. You like it? Something new? Something you haven't done in a while? All right. All right. So we turn back to begin to conclude our service. It's Jewish goodbye, so we have to begin to conclude. We turn to page 586 in our Siddur, page 586, and rise for Aleinu. That was the sermon. No, there's no sermon tonight.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומורדים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל ושמו אחד.
We remain standing for our Kaddish prayer. If you're following on the live stream, please submit the names in the chat of people that you are thinking of tonight that are no longer with us, either a recent loss or a yortzeit, or you're just thinking of someone tonight in your heart. We recall recent loss of Debbie Deacon, Jean-Marc Chaubert, Leah Kephart, Sylvia Gertzman, Herbert Muskin, Dick Hyman, Sandy Chenin, Karen Gawanter. And we observe the yortzites of Andy Alberton, Benjamin Arco, Mark Bernstein, Ruth Bosick, Virginia Breen, Herman Burul, Barnett Shaken, Bernice Etkoff, Abraham Galperin, Alfred Gratz, Herman Kurtman, Marilyn Levine, Anna Linden, Donald Miller, Betty Moonen, Jeffrey Olderman, Christine Penrod, Marion Polinsky, Arthur Lee Rocracker, Jack Schwartz, Conrad Shadlin, Hermione Markowitz Stern, Harold Strassler, Michael Spencer Thomas, Murray Weidenfeld, Gerda Weissman Klein, Stephen Werschbaugh, Benno Wilton, Henry Wolf, Erwin Wolf, William Roger Zuroff. If there's anyone here in our congregation observing a yortzeit, a recent death, or a name that was not already read, please say their names at this time. We turn to page 598 in our Siddur. Julie Cohen, Marty Reingold, Gemma Wolf. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah be'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayeder chol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mivorach le'olam b'lalmei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'ami ran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say, amen. Please be seated. So Delaney asked, as we were going into Elena, where's the sermon? So the thing is, you don't have to have a Devar Torah for every service, but we did have one. You just didn't catch it. It was woven throughout the service that this is Passover, this is Pesach Shabbat, and within it, we have wisdom to share, and through some of the wisdom was given through song, and that's okay if you didn't catch it, but I'm sure Rabbi will be very happy to know you missed the sermon spot, for sure. And I don't know if anyone else noticed, but I've been trying new things, because I have all these months kind of solo on the Bima, and I got a little lonely up here, so I called some friends, and I wanted to see how we could do Shabbat in different ways, because sometimes it's nice, but the integrity of Shabbat remains intact. So hopefully you enjoy where we go with our services in these weeks. Next week, our Shabbatones are back, so we hope that you will be here to rock out with the Shabbatones. As I mentioned, we have our friend Clayton speaking on April 21st. We just planned that right before the service. Fantastic. And April 28th is not here. Our doors will be closed because we will be in downtown Las Vegas. We will be outside of the El Cortez in the Jackie Gone Parkway as we do Pop-Up Shabbat, our annual Pop-Up Shabbat. And we are bringing Mostly Kosher, which is Disney's Jewish band. They are a klezmer band, and it is super fun. I had a call with them this week, We're going to have dancing. It's going to be upbeat. It's going to be for people of all ages, from tot to teen to 123. We want everyone to come and enjoy. There will be free parking at El Cortez. We will have a shuttle from Ner Tamid. So if you want to get on that, make sure you find that QR code on the blast and reserve your spot on the shuttle. And still also make sure you reserve your space. It's good to pre-register so we know who to expect. We have ice cream truck oneg. We have falafel beforehand. It's going to be a really fun experience. If you haven't been before, it's amazing. If you have been before, it'll be better than ever. So please join us April 28th for that. And as Alan mentioned, the Tikkun Olam lunch honoring Shelley Berkeley and Dr. Larry Lerner is April 23rd. It is a Sunday, and it is going to be a lovely experience. We really, in lieu of doing a big gala this year, this is something that we're doing to help fundraise for our community, but also to showcase people who do social action in our community, and we want to notice them. So please RSVP and join us for that. And for the rest of you, I'll see you at the Sisterhood Seder on Monday, which I think is sold out, but you can always call Michelle and just check if you still want to get in for that. All right, so we go to our Kiddush and Motzi, unless I missed something else. Okay. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so if you, let's see, I'm trying to think of, if you are here for the very first time, you can come on up for the Kiddush and Motzi. Unfortunately, it's not the best challah tonight. It's a little stale. But we still want you to join us for the matzah. All right, anybody? No one's here for the first time? Oh, I thought I saw some new faces. Okay, how about religious school? Sure, yep. All right, if you see someone who's sitting by themselves, or you see someone that you have not seen in a long time, please be friendly. Show them audacious hospitality. Hello. Let's see. You guys can take one of these. Emmett, you want the big one? The little one? Okay. Okay. Have extra big one. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Okay. Are you good? You want to sing the last song with me? Okay, good. Come on. Okay. I want to give a huge thank you to my friend Joe Buchanan for being with us this Passover, this Shabbat. We were nervous because he was losing his voice, but God gave it enough voice to get through tonight. And tomorrow morning, I'm really excited to have wisdom shared by you for this Torah study. So we're going to have in-person Torah study tomorrow morning at 8:45 in our boardroom. We would really like for you to be there so that we don't study alone, but we could study alone if you really want us to. But we'd like you to join us, so 8:45. You want to stay up here, Emmett? You want to stay up here? No? Okay. Fine. All right, and we want to thank Alex Hill on sound and all of you for being here. I'll thank Leslie is here as well. I want to thank her and anyone who helped usher or check people in. We are so grateful to each and every one of you. I think there's a security guard on staff. We are really very grateful to everyone that makes services here possible. When is... No, I get them. You're so good. I got the chorus in my head. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell, oh, Pharaoh, to let my people
No more shall they in bondage toil. Let my people go. Let them come out with Egypt's spoil. Let my people go. Go down, Moses. Go down, Moses. Way down in Egypt land. Tell, oh, Pharaoh, let my people go. Let me hear it. Let my people go. One
keep
more
that up.
time. Let my people go. Shabbat shalom. Have a lovely rest of your Shabbat and Pesach. We'll see you at the Oneg, I believe, over there.
Shabbos!
Shabbos.
Of course.